चरण कमल मां मुझ जीवन नू अर्घ्य रहे, मुझ जीवन नू अर्घ्य रहे। दीन क्रूर ले धर्म विहोणा देखी दिल मां दर्द रहे, देखी दिल मां दर्द रहे। करुणा भीनी आंखों मां की अश्रु नो शुभ स्रोत बहे, अश्रु नो शुभ स्रोत बहे। मार्ग भुलेला जीवन पथिक ने मार्ग चींधवा उभो रहूं, मार्ग चींधवा उभो रहूं। करे उपेक्षा ए मार्गनी तो ए समता चित धरूं, तो ए समता चित धरूं। चित्र भानुनी धर्म भावना हइये सब मानव लावे, हइये सब मानव लावे। वैर झैर ना पाप तजीने मंगल गीतो ए गावे, मंगल गीतो ए गावे। मैत्री भावनु पवित्र झरनु मुझ मैया मां बया करे। शुभ भावा सगल विश्वनु एवी भावना नित्य रहे, एवी भावना नित्य रहे, एवी भावना नित्य रहे, एवी भावना
Siranam sacred stream of amity flow forever in my heart. May the universe prosper, such is my cherished desire. May my heart sing with ecstasy at the sight of the virtuous, and may my life be an offering at their feet. May my heart bleed at the sight of the wretched, the cruel, and the poor, and may tears of compassion flow from my eyes. May I always be there to show the path to the pathless wanderers of life. Yet if they should not hearken to me, may I bide patiently. May the spirit of goodwill enter into all our hearts. May we all sing together the immortal song of brotherhood, the immortal song of sisterhood, the immortal song.
Dear friends, Rabindranath Tagore, he was a great poet, Rabindranath Tagore, and Gandhiji called him, he is his guru. Gandhiji did not accept anybody as a guru, but he called one man, Rabindranath Tagore, as a guru. Why he called him guru? Because he has shown the meaning of life and our place on the earth, why we are here, who we are. So that in his poetry book published, the name of the book is Gitanjali. Gitanjali. There are 2-3 books, very profound philosophy. One is a prophet, written by Khalil Gibran, prophet. And second book is Gitanjali. But Gitanjali is on a spiritual level. And in that, what he says is a beautiful. He says, O Mother Earth. The address is the earth as a mother. First mother was our earth, on which the mother was living. So he calls, O Mother, I came to your door as a stranger. I came to your door as a stranger and live in your house as a guest. But when I leave your door, I leave your door as a friend. There are 3 stages. We came to this earth, we were strangers. It is very profound reflection that how we have come to the earth, what is our connection with ourselves, our connection with the earth, and how we have to live on this earth in a small span of life, 80 to 90 or 100 years at the most. In this small span of life, how to live? Do we have idea? Anytime you have a thought that how I am going to live on this earth, and what is my relation with this earth, and what is that which I achieve in this small span of life, and don't go with an empty hand. When I go rich because I got a human life. If you look around, human life is the one life which has the eyes toward the sun, toward the star, toward the sky, toward the God. Our eyes are up. All the animal, it may be a camel, it may be an elephant, it may be any animal, but they look down. But we are the human being, our eyes are toward the star, toward the sky, up star. That shows the blessings of being human life. Beautiful. When I think of the being human and experience by humanity, it gets such a deep bliss which cannot be compared with any joy or bliss on the earth. Realize human life, I am. You have not been with yourself. If you be with yourself and feel who you are and what power you have, the power not to impose on others, the power to reveal the potentiality which are hidden in us. That is the power. Imagine, the human being has so much power. What they have not invested or what they have not invented, which is beyond our mind. When I come from Bombay to New York, the flight comes in 16 or 17 hours, directly flies from Bombay and touches New York. Direct. And in that, they make good bread, and a bed and a bread, both. They give you 3 times lunch, dinner, and a breakfast. And they give you in a first class a bread. On that bed you can sleep, you can lie. The air hostess arranges your beautiful 17 hours. You are 10,000 miles from Bombay to New York. And you can sleep, you can rest, you can eat, you can have dinner, breakfast, you can walk around. It's a big plane. But I was meditating. The plane is resting on what? There is no ground, there is no stone, there is no pillar, only on the air. The power of air, what we are breathing, the breath. The air has the power to take so many 300 roundabout people and food, 3 times food, water, luggage, all the things are on the air. There is no earth, no support, only air. It is mind-boggling. But man found out the power of air, it can bear everything. That the same breath we have. And we can lift ourselves with the same breath from human being to divinity. And that is why pranayama, breathing, is very important in meditation, breathing. And that is why one has to know the art of breathing, what is. And we can use the breath. And on that, we can make the best of the human life. But we are wasting our breath. And the poor people, they waste their breath, they smoke, they drink, they make junk thing and waste their life and go on. To lose this human life, such a precious life, is the insight of meditation. And once you know yourself, your value, your power, you are a different person. You don't compare yourself with anybody, not superiority, not inferiority, no complex. Just I am life. It is called Atma. To know Atma, I am Atma. And Atma has the power to become Mahatma. Mahatma Gandhi, a common man with some virtues, some quality, some ahimsa, he became Mahatma. The same Atma has a power to become Paramatma, Supreme. So the Atma, Mahatma and Paramatma. So once you know that I am Atma, I can become Mahatma. Only I have to lift myself. I have to lift myself from my low opinion, low way of living, and putting myself in different situation. I can become Mahatma. And what is the difference between Mahatma and Atma? When Gandhiji was going on a run to work, Mahatma Gandhi was going, somebody has written a letter to him in a poetry with all abuse. And when he was in a ship, and the ship was going to London to attend round table conference, so he asked his secretary, okay, this man gave a letter to me to read, so please bring the letter. He opened the letter, and there were so many abuse. The bad word was written about Mahatma in a poetry. So he read it. Instead of being angry, instead of putting him down, he says he has a great poetry power. He could write all the bad things in a beautiful poem. Very good writer. But it has the 3 pages and they were connected with the pin. So he told his secretary, okay, take this pin and take this letter and surrender to the ocean. And Gandhiji smiled. He did not become angry. He did not put him down. He did not use the bad language. That is called Mahatma. Mahatma means he cannot see bad thing and how to make the bad even good and make best use of this. Once this art of making how to make the best thing out of what our life, our living, our thinking, our clothes, our everything we make best of that thing, how to make it. But not to use energy in comparison. Problem is comparison. The moment you compare yourself with somebody, you are in trouble. Because in this world, there are no two people, even not two twins, same. Each are individuals. So, yourself also, because of the habit for company, we compare ourselves with others. The moment you compare, you put yourself in difficulty. No. You are born alone. You are unique. And unique relationship is a friendship with this whole world. So that is the song, just now what you have sung, the Maitri, friendship with all the world. So when you start with the morning day and you start with, I am the friend of the world is my friend, and then you live with this world, anything happens, instead of taking the negative, we don't forget that I am not going to go down because of somebody has wrote the poem with the bad things. I see the power of writing, not taking what he wrote and take the pin and throw away the letter, because the pin will be useful. In this life, remember, meditation is not only sitting on a meditation. You cannot sit all the while for meditation. Meditation be the part of 24 hours. 24 hours, what you are watching there. And when you go down, watch, no, catch yourself. We become our own guru, our own teacher. I will not hurt myself. I will not go down. I will not be depressed. I will not blame others. Because to blame others, I have to go down. Without going down, you cannot be bad. So, meditator have some point in life that I have the power to be what I want to be. That is the power. So this way, the first thing what we have to know, that I have a day, tomorrow I don't know, but today, live by the day. So Rabindranath Tagore wrote the poem. His poem is very good. He says, "O Mother Earth, I came to your door as a stranger, but live in your house a guest. We have to live here, this guest, not making demand, not spoiling anything, and be as light and gentle as possible, because the earth has given us place to live as a human being. Live as a guest. But we live in that way 80 or 90 or 100 years, and leave your door as a friend. 3 stages. O Mother Earth, I came to your door as a stranger, live in your house as a guest, but I am leaving your door as a friend. Because you have been your friend, so you have been friend to others. But most of the time we are not our own friend. That's a problem. If you not getting what you want, and painful, if not getting what you want is painful, then remember, who is forcing you to get what you don't want? Is a question. If not getting what you want to is painful, once you know that what I want is a very painful, that time, remember, we have to remember, nobody is forcing me to want it. Nobody is forcing, okay? Because you have created want, and you are knowing it is a very painful. So why you want to take the pain? Well, it is a question you have to ask. Okay, if not getting what I want is painful, remember that nobody is forcing you to get it or want it. So want is not coming from outside, it is coming from our own self. I want it. But you know, it is painful. We know that it is painful, and yet we are making demand on us, and make painful, and blame others. So we accept ourselves that I am not going to force myself to get what is painful, and allow it to let go and not put myself in a pain. But most of the people don't meditate. And that is why whatsoever comes in their emotion, they go away. So in human life, what the most valuable is to know thyself. Biggest thing in human life is we live in this body, but we don't know who we are. We are stranger. We are not known to who we are inside. We see only outside body, name, frame, old, young. But in reality, we don't know who we are. You don't have the glimpse also. Who am I? What is me? And that requires complete meditation and breathing and very deep connection. It takes years to come to oneself and know or feel or experience who am I? Who am I? One man he was a very chief of the town, very metaphor, it's a good metaphor I want to get. A man who was the chief of the town, he used to go at night sometime to take a round to know what is the situation of the people, how people are living. At night he will go out. And he was the chief of the town, in that time they call the king or monarch like. So the monarch will take a round. And he will go to the end of the town. But there, everybody was sleeping, but there was one man who was walking and always moving here and there, and he was awake. One time, two times, three times, whenever this king, the sheep went to take a round, he saw that this man was always walking and always awake and taking round. So this king could not hold himself. So he went to him and said, "It is not my business to ask you why you are awake, but I want to know that whenever I come at night to take a round, to know the public situation and their condition, I come, but I see all are asleep, but you are walking and you are awake. Why you are awake?" This man says, "Because I have very valuable wealth. To protect my wealth, I am always awake. Because if I sleep, the wealth will be taken away. Wealth will go away. So I have to be awake." The king looked around and he was living in a small hut. Only there was one small vessel to collect the food. There was a small broken jug to collect the water. And there were 2 or 3 old clothes which were hanging around the tree. The king could not understand. He said, you have wealth. To protect your wealth, you are awake. If I sleep, anytime the wealth will go away or will be stolen away. The person who was very deep philosopher, understanding, he says, "You are looking toward my hut or these 2 clothes. That is not my wealth. What wealth I have found is in me. I found the wealth in me. I cannot show you." Then kings ask question, "Okay, what is the question of, if nobody can see that, how can they can steal away from you? And you say it is inside you, how can somebody take away from inside you?" It is paradox. You are selling I have wealth and I don't see here and here. You say it is not outside, inside. So if it is inside, how can somebody come and take away? Okay, you don't understand. King, you don't understand. The wealth I have is very precious. And I found it. But with a negligence, with a slumber, I can lose it. So I have to be always awake. So what is the wealth? He says, the wealth, I know that I am indestructible. I am not born only, I have taken the form as a human being, but that wealth I know. And that made me rich. But king, you are wealthy from the outside, but I am the wealthy from inside because I don't have an outside thing, but I have the inside. He said, inside? Okay, what is the wealth? Okay, wealth is I found I am immortal. I will not die. The body will die. The senses will go. But the essence in it, that I am, that you have all the wealth outside. So who will make the difference? The king asked this mendicant, how make the difference? He says the difference is, death is going to make the difference. Death will show you. Okay, who is poor and who is rich? When the death comes, then you will know okay, who is poor and who is rich. When death comes, all your kingdom, all your wealth will take away, snatch away. And you will be very poor and you will be confused and you will be helpless and say, everything I am going. So you will be very, very poor. But the death comes, I will greet. Because you are taking this body, what I have collected outside, but you cannot take the wealth, understanding I am. That wealth will be always with me. I will not be poor any time. I know I lived in this life, whatsoever best I wanted to do, I have done. So to do the best, it is the human understanding. Okay, my wealth, nobody is going to, even the death cannot take away. But outer all wealth or collection, death will take away. That time even the billionaire or the president also become very afraid, okay, I am going to go. He become poor in front of. The death is going to make the difference. Anybody who experiences this, okay, I will not die, he got the glimpse. And that is possible in this human life. I am a current. If I want to take a metaphor to explain to you, if you see the bulb, you see the light, you see the size, you see the color, you see the switch, wire, socket, everything you see. But you don't see, or I don't see, the current in it. The bulb will go, the switch will also go, everything will, but the current is indestructible. And the bulb, the socket, the wire, everything is meaningful as long as there is a current. And the current goes, everything becomes useless. And in meditation, you realize I am a current. Nobody knows. Nobody can touch the current. You can touch the wire, but you cannot touch the current. But you cannot see the current. Even you don't see the current, but it has the power to, anybody touches the current will be gone. The current is I am. So when we see the light outside and all the thing in this, he says, King, the current I am, so the death will take away everything for you are a rich, but inside you are very poor fellow. Because you are collecting, the time comes, the time of departure, you will have nothing because you have not known anything. You have used all in energy to count how much name you have, how much money you have, how much land you have, how much vehicle you have, how many degrees you have, all the things which are collected just to leave behind. But I am fortunate that I got the glimpse. And I have to be very careful because of the ego or anything comes, I can forget myself easily. So I have to be always awake. It vigil. It easily we forget ourselves. And immediately we are colored with the emotions. And we change our peaceful state, and we become angry, we become abusive, and we become very egotistical, we separate from the life, and we try to put what we are. All our energy we are using just to collect the things ultimately we have to live. But a wise man or wise woman uses them. They are not bad, they are very useful. And with this human life, with our senses, if we decide, we can make the best use of this. And that is why those people who have experience, it may be Mahavir, it may be Buddha, it may be Jesus, or it may be anybody, you or me, who realize, Soham, I am, got realization, not only the word. It is in a deep experience, so there is no fear in you. Because you know, the current cannot be destroyed. Current will be there. It can go from one bulb to another. The current is there. In the same way, I may change this bulb, this human bulb, but I am the current. The current will be wherever I go, the current is always with me. And I am not identifying with this body, with this situation, with this condition. So, help to live in the present is very useful. And how to start with that? So make for every day, one day, a cable. Live by every day, one day you select it. Today I am going to live with myself, with my breath. And I will not go out. And whenever I go, I catch myself. At least that is why in each religion they kept one day for self. Sunday is for Christians, Saturday is for Jewish people, Friday is for the Muslim. One day a week you keep. And that sacred day, you sit and experience taking the breath. Okay, yes, I am alive. And this aliveness is I. That time we forget, or we don't pay attention to the outside appearance. The inside is going so deep inside. So that time in meditation, in your breathing, in your exercise, you are experience just pure energy. So now we are going to have the meditation for few minutes to experience just yourself. The mind will take away here and there. Come back to care. I am. And when you come to yourself, you say, I am Paramatma. I am pure consciousness. And everything will go, but this pure consciousness cannot go. It is not borrowed. It is not a belief. It is reality. So, experience just now the presence. And he said, this experience nobody is going to take away. People will take away money, wealth, body, everything, but what the essence I have, I am getting in touch with my own self here. And take breath and see who is in the center of your breath. now I am sure we are with ourselves. And when we are with ourselves, we never hurt. And when we are with ourselves, we heal what we have hurt in our ignorance. Now we are realizing the presence of Paramatma in us. So don't separate. God is in heaven. Realize in your breath who is breathing. That is not different than God. That is not different than a Paramatma. That is very pure. So from today on, a mental and spiritual inside decision, I will not hurt myself with anger, with revenge, with hate. Though the flame of anger, the flame of revenge, you direct toward others, but in reality you realize that you are consuming yourself with your own anger and hate. Though the flame of anger directed toward others, in reality it is the angry person who is consumed by his or her own anger. So whenever we are aware, we don't do hurting with anger, with jealousy, with revenge. And when we hurt, that shows that we are not with ourselves. We are not our own friend. So be your friend today on and watch the habit or the wrong belief that using bad word or bad emotion unhurt the purity of presence. And this self-realization is so peaceful, so pleasant, and so healthy. It keeps you aware not to be carried away with emotions, people's statement, and don't give your control to others. So this is called inner forgiveness. Dear friends, this was the week in India as well as in America. Those who are believe in Jain Dharma, they observe the festival of forgiveness, equal Paryushana, to come closer to oneself, 8 days. In the last day of the forgiveness is called Michhami Dukkadam. So whatsoever we have done in anger, in ignorance, and hurt ourselves, we are asking forgiveness and giving forgiveness to all. Take out any animosity toward anybody. It may be your father, it may be your mother, it may be your neighbor, it may be anybody. Make a point. Forgive. Take out the load which you are carrying on your head and becoming unhappy. Remembering that somebody has hurt you. No, nobody hurt. You have hurt yourself. Nobody can hurt you without your consent. So the conclusion of this today's meditation is forgiveness. Knowing all these things, that you found your inner wealth. This wealth is easily lost because of blaming others, finding ego, anything. It is easily we move away from our center. Come home, not blame. I am not going to hurt myself anyway. I will not make myself angry. Remembering what they have done, forgive them and forgive yourself. In reality, forgiving them, you are forgiving yourself because you have hurt because of others. Because you lost your identification with yourself. Be your friend. Just make a promise. I will not lose my smile, my peace, myself with the concept or what they say or they say. I am in charge of myself. And whenever I am angry, I am hurting myself, not others. I am burning my peace. My face is changed. My vibrations are changed. Blood is boiling. No, I will not hurt myself. So, now in the end, we are going to sing the song Maitri in English and make a point. A new life. New life to be the friend and not to hurt oneself.
Kamiya kamamiya me kamaha avajivani kaya siddha my pledge to be free.